Any modern and professional field and discipline has its own key concepts and elements. Web and app development as a modern and important discipline includes its own key concepts and elements as well. Here are some important and practical key concepts and elements that construct the real structure of web development, and individuals need to know the real meaning and practical aspects of such key concepts and elements to be active in the field of web development. Some key concepts and elements such as website, app, programming language, coding, web builder, web development, HTTP or hypertext transfer protocol, domain, URL or uniform resource locator, www or World Wide Web, server IP address or internet protocol address, hosting, SEO or search engine optimization, and browsers are among the main and important key concepts and elements in the field of web development. Actually, individuals need to know the real meaning and practical aspects of such key concepts and elements, because such key concepts and elements construct different aspects, different steps, and also the real structure of web development field. And knowing the real meaning and practical aspects of such key concepts guide and enable individuals to follow their web development and also programming structures and steps carefully, and also be active and productive in the field of web development. When we talk about website is a collective of some different web pages that bounded or connected together under the same domain based on their related information and content, and is accessible through the internet by the use of a browser such as Google Chrome, Safari, Firefox, or so on, and also has a particular server which provided by a hosting provider, and people can use or have access to website without downloading to their smartphones, computers, or electronic devices, and also without installing to their devices, and they can have access based on their demands through the use of browsers and through their access to the internet. And we would want to talk about app. Actually, the procedure of the coding and development of app quite similar to the website, but its functionality and characteristics are different from the website. When we want to design, apply and manage website, we design, apply and manage based on the structure of different web pages which connected together, and we choose a particular domain, and also choose a particular server and hosting, and keep the contents and structures and pages of our website on the particular software and computer which provides by a hosting provider and server provider, and we can change and manage our contents and also have access just by typing the name of domain, also extra dependence of URL to have access to different aspects and different pages of our website. But when we want to design an app and apply app and manage app, we design app based on a particular purpose and based on its own characteristics. And mostly when we want to use app, we have to download app on our smartphone or computer and install it and use it based on our needs. And we mostly use apps based on our needs and particular fields, such we use WhatsApp to be connected to other people. We use CapCut to edit our videos, or we use different apps for different purposes. And also there is the third option between the website and app, which includes some characteristics of both and also has differences with both website and app, which is web app or website application. Actually, website application includes both some characteristics of both of website and application. We develop a website app or web app like a website. We choose a particular domain for it. We have to have server and hosting and host provider, and also people have access to web app throughout the internet by the use of a browser like website, and they do not need to download and install a web app on their smartphones or computers, and just they use like website, but the web app acts like application. It's mostly user-friendly and more interactive, and people use based on their specific demands, and mostly they interact with different aspects of web application, and they use practically and dynamically and interactively. And the most important web apps we can mention as examples such as Facebook, X, and so on. People use based on their needs, but they do not need to download or install the web apps or use basically on their smartphones or computers. But they can have access to web apps by the internet through the use of browsers in the same way such they use website. When we talk about web development, the one essential element in the field of web development, or one essential requirement, is of programming language. There are different programming languages such as JavaScript, Python, C++, Java, and so on, and also HTML, CSS. When we develop a website or application, we need to use such programming languages. Actually, we use HTML or hypertext markup language to design the basic structure of the website or application. Then we use CSS to add some designs in color, and we use JavaScript to add functionality and make it dynamic. And also sometimes instead of JavaScript, we use Python, but mostly for web development, people use JavaScript, and JavaScript is quite famous in the field of web development. And also coding is another key term or key concept in the field of web development. Coding is the procedure of web development through the use of coding skills by the use of a particular programming language such as JavaScript, Python, and so on. Mostly people use coding skills to develop websites, but some softwares and tools and also technologies, especially AI-powered technologies, enabled people to develop their websites and apps without coding by the use of particular structures, which they are able to do some edits and choose some particular steps and structures based on their demand. But the real and professional type of web development is web development based on the coding skills. And also web builder is another key concept and element in the field of web development. Web builders belong to the packages that enable programmers and builders to build websites, and also some tools, technologies, and elements such as Hostinger, WordPress, and so on that enable individuals to develop their websites by coding or without coding. And web development or web dev itself is the name of the field. Individuals need to learn different steps and different skills to be a professional and active and helpful web builder, a web developer, and to develop helpful and professional websites. And also when individuals develop their websites through the use of a particular programming language, and also by the use of coding skills, also by the use of a web builder structure or package or tool or software. After the completion of their web development procedure, to make their website or application active and accessible to other people, they need to have a particular server in hosting or hosting provider, services provider. And when we talk about hosting or hosting services provider, it refers to particular organizations and platforms that provide hosting services for websites, and provide particular servers that include particular software and computers that keep the structure, interconnected pages and programs and contents of websites, and also save the websites and also make it interactive and make it accessible for people when they need it and when they want to use it. That's why to have our website and different pages of our websites and application on the internet and also accessible for different people based on their demands in different areas, we have to have a server that provides based on the service of particular hosting provider. And actually, when we want to have access to the website or any part of a website, we use browsers such as Google Chrome, Firefox, Safari, and so on. Because through the browsers, we can have access to the website itself for different part of different sections of huge websites. And browsers help us to have access to websites. And also, when we develop our websites, here is an important and professional step that enable users to have access to the website and also enable us to make or have more audiences to our websites, which is CEU or search engine optimization. It means that by adding some helpful keywords and also following some professional steps and using clear coding, we help individuals to have access to our websites. And actually, when we have more audiences, it means that we would be successful and more helpful in the field of web development. Because when we want to develop a website or applying make it and activate a website or application, we need to have more audiences and we need more people to have access to our website and application. And we can do and provide opportunities for people to have access to our website and application through CEU, search engine optimization, through providing some helpful keywords, coding clearly, and providing some essential and helpful contents, titles, and names. And also, when we want to have access to a website or a special content of a website, we have access through HTTP or Hypertext Transfer Protocol, which enables people to have access to a particular field, because people use internet for different purposes, not just for web or web development and website activations or activities. That's why we use HTTP as the first element of URL or Uniform Resource Locator. And after that, we use www or World Wide Web, which make it easier for people to have access to a particular website. And after www, we have to use the exact name of the website, which is domain. Actually, domain includes the exact name of website, which is readable for people, and also .com or .net or .org or anything, which we say google.com or facebook.com. This is the domain, the readable name. Actually, the computer and also digital technology cannot read such terms and such domains. That's why domain system transfers or changes the domain into IP address and IP system, which includes digits and the readable information to computers and digital technology to be readable for machines and accessible for machines. That's why after HTTP and www, we use domain. Actually, domain is the exact name of the website or the exact identifier of the website. And after that, to have access to a particular section, we use the dependent section, such as when we use HTTP, then www, then google.com, then slash like docs or translation or any part of the Google. That section when we add the dependent of the domain or the real name of website, then this structure completes the URL or uniform resource locator and enables users and individuals to have access to a particular section of website or to a particular page or a particular content. And also IP or IP address is another key term, an important key term. Actually, when we use domain, which is readable for human beings and not readable for machines, computers, and digital technologies, the domain systems change such information to IP information or IP addresses, which are digits, and we have mostly two kinds of IP addresses, such as IPv4 or the full version of IP, which is more clear, but limited numbers of such IP addresses available for technologies and devices. And the second one, which is mostly available for all devices, IPv6 or the sixth version of IP. And IP actually, IP address or digits, which includes the IP, that changes digits to bytes and bits, and enable the computers, machines, and the digital technology to read and access and process the information, plays the role of mobile numbers or telephone numbers and contacts between human beings. Actually, when human beings contact or make call phones or make call with other people, they make call through the use of their own numbers, through by the use of a device, a mobile phone, to another number which belongs to another person, and the system helps individual to be connected through particular numbers. When we use IP, any device, any system has its own IP address, which includes some digits that will be changed to bytes and bits, and binary codes to be processed easily by computers and electronic machines, and also digital technology. And any device in any system any digital system has its own IP address. When one person wants to connect through the use of a particular device with another person or another device, or connect from one email to another email, or one website to another website, or have access to different parts of websites and apps, they connect by the use of IP address, and the system helps individuals and devices to be connected through their own particular IP addresses. It means that when individuals want to make call phones or call with one another, or talk with another, they use their particular mobile phone numbers or telephone numbers, and devices use particular IP addresses. That's why for the development of websites and applications, and also web and application management, and to have access to the websites and the applications, and also different contents of web and application, individuals who want to be active in the field of web and application development, and also have access to different websites and applications, they have to know the real meaning and practical aspects of the mentioned keywords and key concepts. Actually, these keywords and key concepts construct the real structure of web and app development, and it is essential to know the real meanings of such key concepts, and also their relationships. When we talk about coding and programming language, actually we use programming language to code, and also when we talk about their relations with web development, we use coding, we use programming language to code, to develop a website and make the field of web development. And also when we talk about HTTP or hypertext transfer protocol, domain, and www or World Wide Wide, it means that we may bring such key terms and concepts together to make complete URL or uniform resource locator to have access to the particular section of a website. And also we use browsers to have access to the website through the use of internet. And also we need server or hosting provider to host and keep our website, different sections of our website, and also contents of our website on the internet to be accessible for the users. That's why it is essential to know the real meanings and practical aspects of such keywords and key concepts. Thank you.